Welcome to this basketball broadcast brought to you by WHOU and WFKT by Bowers Funeral Home, the County Federal Credit Union, TNT, Northern Maine Community College, Scoville Building Supply, FAP Body, United Insurance, J. McLaughlin Construction, Daigle Oil Company, Priority Auto Sales, Rick Hannigan Plumbing, Cushman & Sons, KVHC, County Ag and Turf, Bolton Tire and Steelstone, Maine Equipment, Griffith Ford, Napa and Coastal Auto Parts, Pat's Pizza, Madigan Home Healthcare, Pioneer Times, Pioneer Broadband, Thompson and Hamill, Aroostook Limousines, Huber Engineered Woods, Jeans Electronics, County Physical Therapy, Katahdin Trust Company, White Smiles, Maine Baseball Academy, S.W. Collins, Nortrax, Herring Brothers. Now let's go down to the floor.
Oh, yeah. It's not him, right? Yeah, that's right, too. Welcome, everybody, to the Lawrence Gardner Gymnasium at Fort Fairfield High School. We're getting ready for a schoolboy basketball game between the host Fort Fairfield Tigers and the visiting Easton Bears. Fort Fairfield, they're a Class C team, and they have one game under their belt. They defeated Katahdin on Friday, 67-43. And this is the season opener for the Easton Bears and their new head coach, Brad Trask. I'm Kevin Schoberg. I'll be joined in a little bit by Bobby Russell. Right now, Steve Carmichael is around. He's going to handle the camera duties today, and he's going to help with the pregame show brought to you by J. McLaughlin Construction. And Steve, this is an early season battle between a couple rivals, Fort Fairfield and Easton, just a few miles apart. They've had some great games in the past. Generally always, play tight games with each other, and I'm expecting a good one here tonight.
Yeah, close in geography, and these two teams always have a great game. I mean, it's Class C against Class D. For Easton especially, it's a big early game for them, especially with a new head coach in Brad Trask taking over for Cody Clausen, who's now the JV coach in Fort Fairfield. And Easton, with Austin Carver, with Owen Nicholson, with Kyle Flewelling, Camden Michaud as well, a very talented team that looks to be competitive in the Class D ranks. And on the other side for Fort Fairfield, you have Wyatt Keegan, Dawson Watson, Chase Coyley coming back from last year, Avery Cormier, Graydon Griffith, Chase Griffith, Colby Langner. A lot of familiar names for Fort Fairfield under the second-year head coach, Vaughn McLaughlin. And, they're looking to jump the standings in the Class C ranks, as they had a 3-4 year run there where they were always competitive when they had Ryan Player and Chris Guyberson and Hunter Bullier, but players changing, they've been a little bit less competitive. But with the guards in the backcourt, especially with Watson and Keegan, those are two terrific athletes, and they'll be tough to deal with defensively.
Yeah, both teams have a lot of players back. Again, we mentioned him a couple times, Brad Trask. He's a 2009 graduate of Easton High School, went on to play at the University of Maine at Presque Isle, and now he's an optometrist here locally, and he takes over for Cody Clausen, who is now the JV coach here in Fort Fairfield. So anyways, Bobby Russell has joined us. He is fresh off his officiating stint, and he's putting on the chapstick, and he's ready to roll.
I escaped without injury. That's a plus.
That is. Well, welcome. Another season of basketball for you. You didn't get to work this past weekend. You get to work. You're stuck with me tonight. Tomorrow you debut with Steve Carmichael, but from here on until mid-February, we're going to hear a lot of Bobby Russell.
Well, some anyway, that's for sure, partner. But it's good to be back. Hard to believe. Not quite a year's passed, but pretty darn close. We're closing in on that. But Fort Easton usually kick off their season. Easton hasn't played a game yet. I don't know if you've probably mentioned that, but usually their first game is on that Monday, and Fort generally kicks it off the Friday before, and they notched a win down in Katahdin.
Yep, they're off to a good start again. A veteran crew for them, and they start 4 seniors and a junior. And Easton also bringing a lot of players back as well. So we expect a good one tonight between the Fort Fairfield Tigers and the Eastern Bears here from the Lawrence Gardner Gymnasium. Again, Kevin Schoberg along with Bobby Russell, Steve Carmichael handling the camera work here tonight. And we have Emily Morris back directing this one from the station. This is our Jay McLaughlin Construction pregame show. Right now we're going to take a 2-minute break and we will come back, talk a little more about both teams, and then we'll get ready for the starting lineups and the tip-off to this one. Easton versus Fort Fairfield boys. Come right back right after this.
We all know a Aroostook County winter isn't much fun, but it can be with the right equipment. Holton Tire Company at 76 Myrna Street is your boss plow dealer and carries the King of Snow Aaron snowblowers. Full service department with parts in stock. Steelstone Industries in Holton is your location for gravel, salt, sand, paving, and plowing. Groundwork materials of all kinds and equipment to move it. Steelstone Industries is your aggregate supplier. You can visit Steelstone Industries at 154 Steelstone Street in Holton. County Ag and Turf Supply is at its new home on 7 Dow Siding Road in Caribou, offering the same great service. Randy and Jerry are working hard to supply the county with the best products. They offer Blue Seal Feed, Sentinel, Inspire, and Dynasty and Triple Crown for your equine, Home Fresh Extra Egg and Multi-Flock Pellets, and Crumples and Mealworm for your poultry, Entrust Pet Food for your cat or dog, Minerals for your beef and dairy. They have feed for all your livestock. County Ag and Turf Supply also has wood pellets, lubricants, and of course, Willow the Blue Seal Rabbit on the premises. Stop by County Ag and Turf Supply today.
Don't get flush traded. Get Rick Hannigan Plumbing and Heating to handle all your pipes. Master Plumber Rick is ready to get your pipes back in action. Give Rick a call today at 538-7131 and like him on Facebook.
Scoville Building Supplies may be a little store, but it's a whole lot more. You can find most anything you need at Scoville Building Supplies: plumbing, painting, lumber, windows, or doors. Everything you will need for your construction, remodeling, updating, or building. Call Scoville Building Supplies today at 425-3192.
Hi from Jeans, where you'll find better TV and more ways to enjoy it. Get 190 channels for $59.99 a month with Dish. Plus, get a free voice remote on us. And remember, we're also trained Nest Pros and deliver white glove service for all kinds of smart home solutions, like the Google Nest Learning Thermostat or the Google Nest Cam Outdoor, which lets you look after your home from anywhere so you can travel worry-free. So come and visit our newest location on Stillwater in Bangor, or visit us online to find a local store near you.
Aroostook Limousines and Ace Rent-A-Car get you there in style. Aroostook Limousines has 8 and 12 passenger limousines and a 20 passenger party bus for evenings out, proms, weddings, birthdays, concerts, whatever the celebration. Travel anywhere in-state. And Ace Rent-A-Car specializes in insurance rentals and has locations in Presque Isle, Holton, and Patton at Savage Paint and Body. Ace offers everything from compact cars to vans. Ace Rent-A-Car. We do it right and we make it easy. Reach both businesses at 768-7368.
Wednesday, we will bring you the Holton at Presque Isle boys game at 7 o'clock, and it's right here on WHOU. John McCrae handling the public address announcing, giving the lineups for both squads, and going over a few amenities as well. And Bobby, as we get ready to kick off this game and also this season, a few, and we don't have a lot of time to talk about it, but just a few quick thoughts from you heading into this season, some of the things that might intrigue you this year on Aroostook County High School basketball.
Well, I certainly think maybe one of the lead stories would be Caribou brings back a lot of their talent from last year's state championship team. Can they defend? It's always tough to repeat. Everybody's going to be giving them their best shot night in and night out. After Saturday, Holton, both boys and girls, jump up to Class B and come out with 2 big wins against MDI. So that kind of alerted everybody that they're back on the scene in Class B. I think Class C's sort of wide open, really. I mean, there isn't that. Holton got bumped up. George Stevens probably isn't the George Stevens we've known him to be. But they're certainly going to be a good ball club. I just think Central Roostic's right there. They bring back a lot of kids. And then, again, on the Class D side of things and the girls, can Southern Roostic three-peat? They graduated some players. Doesn't seem like it was that long ago, but they were 8th graders and 9th graders playing. But that first bunch of freshmen now have graduated. And they've got a new crew coming in and the younger kids stepping up. And will they be able to three-peat? You know, I always like to see the Aroostook County teams bring home the gold.
That's right. No, in Southern Aroostook, you're right. They just reload. They've been reloading there and getting a little more veteran. And yeah, they're certainly going to be a team to watch. And again, we'll bring them and a lot of teams to you throughout the season. That was our County Federal Credit Union starting lineup. As now we get ready for the national anthem. Here's the Fort Fairfield High School band. The anthem is complete, and now we are ready for some basketball here from the Lawrence A. Gardner Gymnasium in Fort Fairfield. The IABO officials for this one, Larry Wister, Bob Stett, and Joe Kluke. They take to the floor. Easton on the floor first. Their lineup, Matt Pangburn, Cooper Kinney, Camden Michaud, Cody Carter, and Austin Carver. Fort Fairfield countering with Wyatt Keegan, Dawson Watson, Caden Barnes, Chase Griffith, and Colby Langner.
Both of these ball clubs, I'm sure you probably mentioned, Kevin, before I came onto the scene, but real loaded with talent that played last year, a lot of minutes. Easton making it to the tournament and coming up shy in the quarters, and Fort Fairfield got the valuable tournament atmosphere when they had to travel to Sumner and gave them all they wanted for 3 quarters. So both teams a little bit hungrier, want to get to the cross-center floor again.
Yep, they'll be two of the tougher teams in Aroostook County, the C and D level. Based on all that talent they do have coming back, yeah, when you look at the rosters, there are a lot of familiar names for sure. So we will see what that translates into as Fort Fairfield with the first possession. Griffith has the shot blocked. Out of bounds by Camden Michaud. Stay with Fort Fairfield.
You know, there could be a bit of a learning curve with the Bears at the start of the season. You know, always when there's a new system, new coach, kind of got to get a feel for what he's expecting. It's probably going to be different than the former coach. So, you know, it's a matter of how they transition into what Coach Trask wants.
Easton brings it across, nearly turn it over. Now it is taken away. Dawson Watson, he's going to bring it in all the way. Euro step, gets it to go.
That's one of Stevie's favorite moves. Little step around.
Watson will create a lot on the defensive end, and he leads the fast break normally. Here's Keegan. He's going to drive. Layup's no good. Up high for the rebound. Barnes cannot get it to go. Easton comes away with the board. And some traffic underneath, and we're going to have a Fort Fairfield foul. I think they're going to get Barnes.
Hey, they had him double teamed. Looked like Barnes had a lot of ball, but they got him with a little bit of the arm as well. We're going to come out a little man-to-man full court pressure here in the early going.
Pangburn going to dribble it up against Keegan. Goes left down. Cooper Kinney. 15-footer is short. Rebound by Michaud, and he's fouled.
Yeah, that one's going to go on Dawson Watson. They got him reaching in across the arm.
So now let's see what Easton designs for a play. on the inbounds underneath the basket. You get it to Carter. He nails a three. Looked like his foot was on the line there, but they gave him the three.
I thought so. I don't know. Stevie mentioned we might have replay this year. I don't know if we've got it queued up or not.
Here's Barnes off to Griffith. Feeds Barnes with a nice catch, and the layup's good.
A nice screen and roll there by Barnes. Good feedback there from Griffith. That's what the Tigers really didn't have last year was, I'll say size. I mean, he's a bit of a string bean out there, but he can get up off the floor, and he's about 6'2" or so. Give Langner a little help inside.
Underneath the Michaud, no good. They're tied up. And I was going to say, so, 4 starters back for Fort Fairfield, at least 4 players that got a lot of playing time. Now, Caden Barnes is new. Any knowledge on him and his background?
Well, his mother attended Fort Fairfield High School. I believe it's Melissa Barnes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she played for basketball for the Tigers.
Yep. Do remember that name.
And I believe our Fort Fairfield historian has moved away, so I'm not sure the exact details. I know he's told me, but they were in, I believe, Georgia and moved back here to the area.
Yep. Well, he's inserted in the starting lineup and making an impact early. And there's Colby Langner with a hoop.
Fort looking to get out and run the floor. They've created a few turnovers early, pushed the basketball.
They lead at 6-3. And on the drive to the basket, we're going to have another foul. Let's see who they get here.
That's going to be on Watson as well.
Big foul.
A little too close bumping. That's 2 quick ones. 5:29 here still in the first quarter. It's going to get Avery Cormier off the bench, but didn't get to the X in time.
Watson will have to be careful here. Layup nicely done there by Camden Michaud with the left hand.
Yeah, big, strong lefty. He's been on the scene now for a couple years.
And a travel, Easton's going to get it back.
Looks like he's grown some too, Kevin. Sprouted up there. Maybe we don't have the heights listed, but he's as tall as Barnes is out there. So
yep.
6'2"-ish.
Here's Cooper Kinney with the ball. Cormier guarding him. You get that 5-second. Cooper drives, short on the layup. Langner gets it out ahead to Barnes. He's going to take it in all the way. Layup's no good, but they're going to get Pangburn with a foul. So we have a stoppage with 4:59 to play in the first quarter.
When they got the outlet there, Barnes, he took off. Put the afterburners on. Those long strides, it didn't take him long to cover the ground to get from end to end.
Yeah, haven't been exposed to him very much at all, but very impressed with his athleticism.
Very athletic. I understand he's got springs. He can really elevate up off the floor. Just getting word in. He actually attended school here through middle school and must have moved away for a few years, but came back. Our historian was right on cue.
Nice. Pull up by Pangburn. That one is short and to the right, and it's going to dribble harmlessly out of bounds to Fort Fairfield. 7-5, Tigers lead it.
See if they try to get the ball inside. They're just running the basic motion, screen down, screen away offense.
Keegan's going to take one from the outside. No good. Good job on the rebound up ahead. Kinney's going to chase it down in the corner. Cooper Kinney gets it off now to Carver. He tries a long one. It's off the mark. Fort Fairfield now on offense, leading by 2. Pangburn looking to draw the player control foul, gets up and tips the cross-court pass out of bounds. Tigers will keep it. Chase Griffith taking a while to get it in, finally does to Wyatt Keegan. Here's Cormier. Looks to get it to Barnes. Gets the shot to go and the foul. Chance for a 3-point play here midway through this first quarter.
Just flashed across the baseline, and when he caught it, there was no hesitation. Straight up, or went nice power stepping up. took the hit, able to finish. Again, that's what the Tigers really lacked last year, was being able to go inside and have somebody to finish for them.
Misses on the free throw, tipped out of bounds.
He's going to stay with the Tigers. That was Chase Griffith battling Pangburn inside.
Keegan to trigger it. Bounce pass to Langner, back out to Keegan. Stolen away, nearly stolen away by Carver. Now Langner. Cormier feeds it to Langner in the high post. He drives, layup's no good. Barnes gets up high for the rebound, keeps it alive. Langner almost falls out of bounds with it. Now Easton with the steal in a 2-on-1. Wild layup attempt there by Pangburn, no good for Fairfield. Back on the attack. Here comes Keegan. That shot is no good. Pangburn gets the rebound and Easton calls the timeout. We'll take one as well. 30-second timeout. We'll be right back on WHOU.
Hello, this is Tony Bowers at Bowers Funeral, and we want to wish good luck to all area basketball teams, boys and girls, as you strive for the gold ball at the end of the season. We are proud to be a part of your communities and our family serving your family since 1900. Good luck, play hard, and above all, be good sportsmen.
Kevin Schoberg and Bobby Russell back at Fort Fairfield High School's Lawrence A. Gardner Gymnasium. It's high school basketball, Class C Fort Fairfield against Class D Easton, the first of two matchups between these two rivals. Right now, Fort Fairfield has a 9-5 lead, 3:27 to play in this opening quarter. As Easton comes in with a new player, Troy Chassie, checking into the game. It's into the hands of Pangburn. Pangburn has it knocked from behind. It's going to lead to another fast break opportunity. Cormier has it on the wing. Looks to go inside, has it tipped out of bounds. Fort Fairfield will keep it.
That's good denial there by Pangburn. Got up and anticipated the pass.
Another tip there, out of bounds. Fort Fairfield will keep it. And move a few steps to the left to put it in play. Griffith looking for an open teammate, finds Cormier, back to Griffith. The three-pointer is long. Carver gets the rebound. Here comes Pangburn. Matt Pangburn stops at the foul line, gets off in the corner. Kinney steps in. Carver to Pangburn, who's open. Three's good. Good ball movement there by Easton.
Well, it was. Pangburn, he pushed the ball on the break, gave it up, but they swing it back to him, and the defense doesn't rotate fast enough, able to knock down the triple from straight on.
Kinney's going to take it in against Keegan. He's fouled, hits the shot. 3-point opportunity coming up for the Bears as they take the lead. 2:37 left in this opening quarter.
Well, the Tigers in the early going were looking to get out in the open floor. This time, it's the Bears getting up the floor, and Kinney acrobatically finishes as he gets hit.
Kobe West checks in for Fort Fairfield as Kinney takes the dribble. Free throw is no good, so it's 10-9 Easton. Rebound is battled for, out of bounds off Fort Fairfield. The Bears have it.
Yeah, Keegan went up after it, just unable to secure it as he comes down.
Almost stepped across there. Cormier with some tough defense. Kinney picks up the dribble, finds Pangburn, who calls the play.
Well, the Tigers, they've had a couple times where the ball handler's gotten by them, and they've been able to knock the ball away from behind. But you don't want to get in the habit of letting your player that you're guarding get by you.
And another foul on Fort Fairfield. It's the 15th foul. That one's called on Cormier.
Yeah, he got just a little too up into him. He's coming out. The offensive player is going in, and that's where the contact occurred.
.2:11 to play. in quarter number 1 as Matt Pangburn lobs it into Kinney. Kinney uses a screen there by Pangburn. Chase Coyley into the game for Fort. Pangburn going to try a 3. It's no good. Camden Michaud with the rebound. Here's Chassie with a drive. Too strong. Rebound up and no good. Tipped around. Michaud comes away with it. Brings it down. And Michaud got poked in the eye as he's down on the floor. The ball is loose. It's going to be Fort Fairfield with the possession.
That was a little while before anybody could get their hands on it.
So the Tigers have it. Easton drops back.
Michaud appears to be all right.
Chase Griffith off to Coyley. Tries to lob it to a teammate, but it's stolen away. Here comes Michaud. Restolen. Cormier 1-on-2, but he's going to take it in all the way. No good. Putback is no good by Langner. Easton comes away with it. Fast and furious play here.
It is. Just going a little bit too fast to stay under control and consequently not able to put the ball in the basket. And Cormier possibly had a little bit of a frustration from missing the layup here. Picks up a second foul out at half court.
So with 1:11 left in the first quarter, the next common foul will put Easton on the foul line. They will be in the bonus. Kinney takes the inbounds pass. Here's Carver. Carver had some big offensive games a year ago. Now Pangburn looks to penetrate, now backs out. Cooper Kinney has it in the corner with a fake. Now he drives into the paint. Wild shot there, no good. Michaud keeps it alive, and the putback is good.
Yeah, heads up play there by Michaud to be able to get his hand on the ball and bring it in. The long, lanky lefty able to use the window.
12-9 in favor of the Bears. 3 is no good by Coyley.
Tigers got 9 pretty quick points, but they've cooled off here in the last 3 to 4 minutes. Gone scoreless.
Again, no Watson on the floor, and he's kind of the spark plug. There's a putback by Chassie. The basket's good. And a foul.
Yeah, really just outworking Fort Fairfield inside on their offensive end, getting multiple opportunities. And that time Chassie just outworked the Tigers, got the ball back, laid it in, got hit.
Chassie's been very active since he entered the game. As Easton comes in with a couple new players, Madison Buber, Owen Nicholson. So Brad Trask going to his bench early and often in this one. 13 seconds to go. Chassie's free throw is good. Coyley. Stolen away by Easton. Still time. 5 seconds. Kinney to Carter. He launches one from midcourt. It's short. We've reached the end of one. 15-9 in favor of the Bears. We'll be back for second quarter action right after this on WHOU.
Be good for Nana, okay?
I love you. That's not me.
A moment like this is decades in the making. The County Federal Credit Union, partnering with you to achieve financial success so you can enjoy the moments that matter. CountyFCU.org.
Want that special item for this year's high school basketball season to show your team support? Cushman & Sons, locally owned and operated in Presque Isle, has team sportswear and will do custom embroidery, screen printing, logo design, digital and printing, as well as banners, decals, and other vinyl works. Cushman & Sons also can design trophies, awards, and add specialty items. Cushman & Sons, 764-3833 or CushmanandSonsInc.com. And don't forget to visit and like their Facebook page. If you can think it, Cushman & Sons will say, yeah, we can do that.
Kevin Schoberg and Bobby Russell back with you. Fort Fairfield High School. The Bears have the ball and the 6-point lead. Kinney open for 3. That one is short. Getting a good job chasing down the rebound there by Chassie. It's into the hand of Watson, who's back into the game. His layup is short. Barnes back in there, and the putback is good. And they're going to get a delay of game called on Barnes.
Tapped it away after it went in. Wow, what an athletic move. Just ripped it away from Kinney and able to lay it in. Coach McLaughlin coming back with Barnes and Watson on the floor. Watson with those 2 fouls you mentioned. You got to trust the senior. Don't pick up a 3rd foul. Just don't do anything stupid. Reaching in, picking up the nickel dimer.
And Easton, they made their run in that first quarter with Barnes and Watson out of the game. So with them back, let's see how they handle things. There's a runner, no good, by Carter. And it's a tie-up, and Fort Fairfield will have the possession. Just 30 seconds into this second period of play here on WHOU. Glad you could join us. Our 3rd game of the season for the North Stream. That shot by Watson is off the mark. More action coming up later this week, including Holton at Presque Isle Girls tomorrow at 7 o'clock. And on Wednesday, Holton at Presque Isle Boys. Our other streams will also be in action. We'll tell you more about that as the broadcast continues. There's Langner with a steal, and the layup is good.
Well, that's at least the 3rd or 4th time Fort Fairfield's been able to steal the ball on the defensive end and then just beat everybody down the floor, and that time Langner able to lay it in.
Definitely has some athletic big men in Langner and Barnes. Love to be able to run the floor. Makes a big difference. There's Pangburn. Misses the shot. Fort Fairfield with a 3-on-2. Watson on the wing to Griffith. Shot was no good. And Easton's going to lose it out of bounds. So Fort Fairfield scored the first 4 points of the second quarter. They're back to within 2 points. Camden Michaud is back into the game for Easton.
You can see, Kevin, both teams, when they have the opportunity, really looking to get up and down the floor, but sometimes they just get a little bit too fast for them to stay under control in order to lay it in or make the pass. There's a classic example in the outlet pass here, just trying to get going a little bit too fast up the floor. He mishandles it, comes out of bounds, and back to the Tigers.
Yeah, because a game with a pace like this on both teams, you'd expect a higher score, but 15-13 was just 6 minutes to play in the first half. Not a lot of points being generated yet. There's Watson. He hesitates. Now he drives in. Too strong on that shot. Rebound Chassis to Pangburn. Off in the corner to Kinney. Now he's going to back it out. Pangburn will lob it over. And that shot missed by Buber. Fort Fairfield comes back with it. And another steal. Pangburn's going to have a wide open lane to the hoop. And the layup's good. First points of the quarter for Easton.
Well, that's what both teams are going to get a little hop before he puts the ball down. Certainly a travel violation. He didn't think so, but if he goes back and watches the tape, he'll see.
And he'll have an opportunity to do that.
The points really coming in the open floor by both teams. Not really in the half-court set. It's when they're able to get the turnover out front and then beat everybody down the floor. It's where the points are being generated.
Here's Carver. Near the midcourt stripe. Kinney with the ball now. Kinney stops, top of the key. There's Buber, the shot, it rims out. Taken away out of there by Chase Griffith. And Watson bumped and fouled by Kinney. And only 3 team fouls on Easton so far. As Chassis comes out and Carter checks in for the Bears. Griffith to Griffith. That's Graydon with the ball right now. Watson looking for an open teammate. Finds one in Chase Griffith. Now Barnes in the short corner. Ball is kicked out of bounds. Will stay with the Fort Fairfield Tigers. Here's Watson. Over to Griffith, stolen away. Here's Kinney. Could not get the layup to go. Leads to another Fort Fairfield fast break. Chase Griffith to Colby Langner, and he finishes.
That's a nice pass there by Griffith as he comes to the middle, sees Langner running the wing, throws it around Carver, runs onto it, lays it in.
Huber gets it over to Carver. He's being covered. Kinney looking to make a move against Watson. Now backs out. 3:50 to play in the first half. Easton by 2. And there's Kinney with a drive to the basket. He missed the layup on the last possession on the fast break. Got that one to go. He has 4 points now.
It was good recognition by him, realizing Watson's guarding him with the 2 fouls and just takes it strong at the basket. Help side doesn't come.
And Watson with a little...
Just enough of an up fake to get the defender off balance. Then he steps around him.
And it's a turnover as Watson creates it. And the Tiger can tie it or go ahead with a long one here with 3:21 to play in quarter number 2. Watson's going to step back, try a 3. That one is short. They've been off on their perimeter shot so far in this one. A lot of times not even hitting the rim.
Yeah, they haven't had one from behind the arc yet. Easton's knocked down 1, I believe.
Pangburn takes a screen, misses the shot. Michaud keeps the rebound alive. Carver is going to lay it, no good. But he's going to have 2 shots.
And that's the nickel dimer right there. Watson just reaches in. He picks up a 3rd foul with 2:57 left.
And he is going to have to come out in favor of Cormier. And yeah, you lose your weapon on both ends of the floor.
Well, he's got the most experience of all the Tigers. 2 years ago as a sophomore, he got valuable minutes on a team that got to the Northern Maine Class C finals. So he is definitely, as you say, their leader on the floor as a point guard. Can put up anywhere from 18 to 20, 22 points in a given night.
Barnes with a miss. Easton now with it. Pangburn's going to drive. Misses the shot. Up ahead to Barnes. Can't get the shot to go. Griffith has it blocked. Easton on the break. They have numbers. And they throw it away. That was a 4-on-1. And they had a good chance to go up by 6 points. Instead, Fort's going to get it back with 2.5 to play. But we have a timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout. It's Easton by 4. We'll be right back on WHOU.
Excellence at ground level is what you get with J. McLaughlin Construction in Holton. Founded in 2012, the company plans the construction of streets, residential areas, and commercial buildings, and they are involved in both public and private projects. Their high-quality work and many years of experience have earned them an excellent reputation and a loyal client base. Regardless of whether you need a detailed plan for a building or would like to build a road, J. McLaughlin Construction is your reliable partner for all your engineering needs. Call J. McLaughlin Construction at 532-6335 or 694-2546.
Welcome back to Fort Fairfield High School. I'm Kevin Schoberg along with Bobby Russell. 2 minutes, 31 seconds to play in the second quarter. It's Easton leading Fort Fairfield by a score of 21-17. Tigers have the possession. Graydon Griffith gets it to Chase, but another turnover. Kinney allows Easton to keep the possession, and wide open underneath is Carver, his first field goal.
Nice find there. Carver just sneaks in on the weak side. Tiger defense doesn't rotate around. Pangburn out in the passing lane, goes strong.
Kinney with a follow. A couple missed layups there. Leads to a Fort Fairfield break. Langner drives, and he's fouled by Michaud. Easton's had a couple great chances to pad their lead. Can't connect on the other end, and see if Fort Fairfield can take advantage at the foul line here with Langner. He has 6 points in this one so far, his first trip to the foul line. His first one is good. He joins Caden Barnes in leading the offense, 7 points each. Owen Nicholson's back in for the Bears. Langner's free throw, no good. Camden Michaud up high for the board. So Easton with the basketball, up by 5. Nicholson to Carver. Carver's looking to drive against Griffith. Finds some room along the baseline, can't get it to go. Carver keeps it alive momentarily. Comes away with it. And there's a steal. And Langner called for steps. Here's Nicholson getting back on defense. Forcing that miscue and back to the Bears.
I think Langner out of the corner of his eye saw Barnes coming down the weak side and was trying to get it over to him as opposed to just taking it up to the basket strong. Maybe potentially drawing a foul there.
Here's Nicholson to Kinney. Getting very close to the 1 minute mark. Left to play in this second quarter. Easton's up by 5. Nicholson to Kinney. Bears being very patient. And Cormier got his hands in there and knocks it off the leg of Kinney and out of bounds.
That time he was able to get his hand on the ball, and as you say, he was able to deflect it right off the knee. No way for Easton to catch up to it and save it. You got to be careful out there doing that. Catch a little arm, and you're going to whistle for the foul.
Graydon Griffith.
That's what the Tigers got to do. They got to keep the ball moving. Set in the hands a little bit too long. Keep it moving. Pop it around the perimeter to get the zone to shift. To create some open looks.
Graydon Griffith. And some traffic balls knocked loose. Carver finds Kinney up ahead. Misses the shot, but we have a blocking foul called on Fort Fairfield. It's Keegan. Going to pick up his second.
So he has 2, Avery Cormier with 2, and Dawson Watson on the sideline with 3. Most anybody for the Bears has is 1.
That's right, that is team foul number 9 on Fort Fairfield. Kinney can't get the first free throw to go. Another one on the way. 25 seconds left. Kinney misfires on that one. Michaud tried to back tap it, but it lands in the hands of Keegan. Here's Chase Griffith. Tries to get a bounce pass to Keegan. Out of bounds. We'll stay with Fort with 18.8 seconds left.
You know, last possession the Tigers said they had some good ball movement. Got to know where your shooters are. Keegan can knock it down. Chase Griffith can knock it down. Get the ball, kick it inside to Langner, get the defense to shift and spot them up around the perimeter.
Ball knocked out of bounds again with 9 seconds.
And they also have Caden Barnes running the baseline. And of course, you know, if the defense loses track of him, you can certainly lob it up to him. But keep the ball moving. Don't let it rest.
Through the hands of Langner. Bounce pass to Kinney, and he throws it away with 5 seconds left. A lot of turnovers for both teams in this one. As Fort Fairfield looks to get the last shot off, Langner beats the buzzer with a 3-pointer, a 2-pointer. Foot on the line, but it makes it 23-20. Langner up to 9 points, leading the way for Fort Fairfield. And Easton on top by 3 points. They have balanced scoring with Matt Pangburn with 5, Camden Michaud, Cooper Kinney, and Austin Carver with 4 apiece. And the Bears, again, getting it done early on the road. They led through most of it. Fort Fairfield jumped out. Easton came back, held their lead for most of the rest of it, and they go into halftime with a 3-point lead. Thoughts on this one so far?
Well, whichever team cleans it up and quits turning the ball over is probably going to be the one that comes out of here with a win. The Tigers, a little bit too many fouls also in the first half. They got to clean that up as well. Bumping out 40 feet away from the basket, picking up some nickel-dime fouls. That's going to be important to see if Watson can avoid getting the fourth one until they get to the fourth quarter, or not pick it up at all. Just have to play disciplined basketball. But that would be my prediction, is who can ever clean up those turnovers and give themselves more opportunity to score will have the better opportunities.
You're viewing high school basketball on WHOU. And tomorrow night, 4 big games for you. East Grand at Southern Rustic Girls, Holton at Presque Isle Girls, and the Herman girls and boys taking on Orono. Make sure you join us for that. We are getting ready now for our Katahdin Trust halftime show. We're going to take a break. 2-minute break. We will come back for our halftime interview and more. Keep it right here on WHOU.
Katahdin Valley Health Center, or KVHC, is a network of 6 community health centers dedicated to providing affordable, comprehensive, and high-quality care to people of all ages and incomes. We accept all patients and insurances, including those who are uninsured or on main care. Our committed patient care team is here for you, offering an extensive range of services to provide you with quality health care. We're creating healthy communities starting with you. Call or visit our website today.
Madigan Healthcare Services provides a continuum of healthcare, from skilled nursing facility, rehab therapy, to home healthcare.
After 5 days in the hospital, they suggested that I come to the Madigan. The level of care, the service, the respect that they showed me, even the aftercare, everything about it was really excellent, and I feel healthy. So the services that I've received at the Madigan have enabled me to get back to those things that I've really loved to do.
Get a jump on your future by exploring your possibilities at Northern Maine Community College. The team of faculty and staff at NMCC will position you for a lifetime of success. With over 35 degree and certificate programs, including our newest offerings in water treatment technology, you will be amazed at how quickly your new skills will open a world of opportunity. Visit us online today at nmcc.edu. Northern Maine Community College. Succeed here.
Nortrax is your John Deere construction and forestry equipment dealer for the entire state of Maine. We stand ready to serve all your new and used heavy equipment needs. Count on Nortrax for 24-hour parts and service support and around-the-clock machine monitoring with JD Link. Our certified technicians and parts specialists alongside our product support technology reps are here to serve you. We stand ready as your John Deere construction and forestry equipment team in Maine.
This is Ben Adams from Priority Auto Sales. Listen, I know you've been seeing a lot of these orange plates around town lately, and trust me, I'm not just paying people to drive around in our vehicles all day. Every day we're selling cars, trucks, and SUVs. Why? It's simple. Discounted prices up front, great selection, and low pressure sales. We're simply not playing the games. We really are creating a new way to shop for a used vehicle. Check us out at yourpriorityauto.com and like us on Facebook. Priority Auto Sales, Route 1 in Holton.
The S.W. Collins Company is the only Makita Pro Center in Maine, which means we have access to all the latest tools that Makita has to offer. Our factory-trained employees are ready to make sure that you have the right tool for any project. With over 180 tools, Makita has the largest cordless offering with a single battery platform in the industry. And don't forget, we are also a Makita authorized service dealer. For sales, service, and the largest selection of quality Makita tools, go where the builders go, the S.W. Collins Company.
TheCounty.me, your source for county-wide sports, including scores and highlights from the greater Holton, Presque Isle, and Caribou regions. We also are the source for all the latest daily news and community happenings for readers of the Holton Pioneer Times, the Star Herald, and the Aroostook Republican and News coverage area. Visit us now on the web at thecounty.me.
and still doing it, still going strong in volleyball. It's my favorite sport as far as indoor game.
And talk about that, your love for volleyball. Volleyball isn't the most popular sport here in Aroostook County anyway, so how did you become a big fan and a supporter of that sport?
Basically, after I got out of high school, some friends started playing club sport Sore Lake, and I always had an interest in volleyball when I was doing university in Presque Isle. And basically, long story short, I started playing with those guys, and we played in the men's tournaments, usually every other weekend, either down in southern Maine or central Maine or over in Canada, which is very strong over there, volleyball. So we had a lot of success. We played 25 years or so. And then I coached at the university level too, as well as high school. And I continue to still do it because I just love the game so much. And my girls that play for me love it. There's a lot of them talking right now. They wish volleyball was going on right now.
You've had a lot of success. I know that your teams in the tournament have done well. So congratulations on that. And I'm glad you've been a big part of that sport here here in Aroostook County. We know each other from the softball scene. We played a lot of men's softball as well. And so you try to stay active after your
yes, and I still help out in the softball team as assistant coach ever since they were in school, and then I'm still helping out Coach Vaughn McLaughlin, who's basketball coach here now for the girls. I've been helping him the last 3 years, as well as other previous coaches. So just love the game so much. I just like to see kids learn the game the way it's supposed to be played. That's why I work on fundamentals and stuff with them.
And then just finally, I know you have a responsibility to get the officials going and getting out here for the next one, but just talk about just the community sport. I mean, nice crowd here today. Just talk about Fort Fairfield, what it's been like for you over the years just to be a part of this community and supporting all the athletics. Yeah,
certainly for the size of our school, we were Class A at one point when I was in school, but now we're Class D or C. We've got some great facilities here, both indoors and outdoors, and I'm very involved with the Athletic Boosters Club as well, raising money for uniforms, equipment, and various things we've done over the last 20 plus years probably on that, and very active in that, and like to see us have some of the best facilities around, depending what you're talking about, what's softball fields or whatever.
Right. No, always a great place for me to come when I worked with the paper, supporting the athletics here and here, the gym. Everybody's welcoming, and appreciate you joining us, John.
All right. Thanks, Kevin.
All right.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
John McCrae joining us for our Katahdin Trust halftime show. We're going to take another 2-minute break, and we will come back for the start of the second half. 23-20, the Bears with the lead. We'll be right back.
It's never too early to start planning for your future, whether that means protecting your family with life insurance, college planning, or starting to save for retirement. I want to help you get started.
Regardless of your age, it's important to start planning for your financial future now. And as you inch closer to retirement, it's important for you to protect your assets, your retirement income, and your family.
Thompson Hamel has many tools available to help you chart your course on your financial roadmap. Thompson Hamel, LLC. Your family, your future.
Tired of the same old boring meals? Try something new this week. TNT Takeout at 69 High Street in Holton has what you're looking for.
And believe me, the name doesn't lie. The food is dynamite. Every pizza is loaded with lots of gooey cheese and delicious toppings, from traditional pepperoni to barbecue chicken combination to vegetarian pizza or all meat.
You can grab their specials or enjoy salads to food off the grill, Mexican seafood, and hot or cold subs. TNT Takeout, the convenience store that has it all.
Call 521-5250.
From kitchen excellence to building damage, owning your own restaurant comes with a lot of liabilities.
Among drivers, vehicles, and business property, there's a lot of exposure.
If our equipment fails, we know United Insurance has us covered.
For us, finding the right words for marketing campaigns is simple. Finding the right insurance is not. That's why it's nice to know United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
The United Insurance has us covered.
United Insurance has us covered.
White Smiles Family Dentistry realizes that life gets busy. We have locations in Presque Isle and Fort Fairfield to better accommodate your busy schedule. If you need to see a dentist but don't want to wait months for an appointment, then call White Smiles Family Dentistry. We are always accepting new patients and can accommodate you as quickly as possible. We offer the area's most complete dentistry, including implants, extractions, root canals, and implant retained dentures, which saves you from trips downstate or transfers to another dental office. Don't wait months to see your dentist. Call White Smiles Family Dentistry today.
We are back and ready to start quarter number 3 at Fort Fairfield High School. Easton Bears leading this one 23-20. And Easton will have the first possession. we have a momentary delay.
Yeah, the Easton assistant coaches were down. I think they were putting the basketballs away, and they're waiting for them to get back to their seat.
So Cooper Kinney has the ball. Watson playing with the 3 fouls. Kinney with a floater, no good, too strong. Chase Griffith gets it over now to Watson. Now Keegan throws it right into the hands of Carver. Carver will lob it up ahead, stolen away. Langner, again running the floor, misses the shot. Easton with the rebound. Carver in some traffic, is patient, finally gets it out. On the wing, but then a turnover. Stepping out of bounds, Owen Nicholson.
It looked to me like I thought maybe they were going to go with a foul, but Barnes able to stay away from picking up the third, force him out of bounds. Or that'd be his second, I guess.
Watson swings it over to Griffith. Now Langner back to Watson. He's going to take a long one, 23-footer, no good. Nicholson there for the rebound. And he's going to dribble it up the floor himself. Owen Nicholson, a junior. Did not start in there to start the third period. Here's Carter. He tries a three. That's no good. Here's Keegan with a hesitation. To Watson. Now Langner for Fairfield with some good movement. Everybody touching the ball in this possession. Griffith's going to launch one. Too strong. Langner for the rebound, up and in. So he is the leading scorer and the first player in double figures for either team. 11 points for the senior, Colby Langner.
Well, nice job there by Langner staying with the play and able to get himself 2 points. Good dish there. Misha on the low block, able to lay that one in.
So 2 points for each team here in the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. The lead remains 3 points for Easton. There's Barnes, has it knocked loose. The ball is on the floor, and it's going to be a tie-up between Barnes and Carter. And Fort Fairfield will have it. Matt Pangburn checking into the game, replacing Nicholson. Keegan over to Chase Griffith. Watson thinks about the three.
The possession before last, the Tigers had some real nice ball movement. That time they swing it over to Keegan on the wing and misses the three, but Watson sneaks in. The little fella takes it away and able to lay it in and gets hit. But if they can keep the ball moving around the perimeter and occasionally kick it inside, kick it back out, and keep the defense shifting, they'll be able to get themselves open shots. Just going to have to start knocking them down.
Watson's going to have a chance to tie the game if he can hit this foul shot. And he does. He's up to 7 points while seeing limited action because of the foul trouble. Pangburn to Carter, tries to lob it in to Michaud. Now Barnes on the break. The layup is good. Caden Barnes puts Fort Fairfield on top, and Easton will take a timeout. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. It'll give us an opportunity to tell you about the injury report brought to you by County Physical Therapy. Whether you want to get back to sports, back to work, or simply back to living your life, County Physical Therapy can help. Visit one of their 5 convenient locations or online at countypt.com to learn how CPT can help you.
Well, that possession there, when they get out on the open floor with the long strides of Caden Barnes, it doesn't take him long to cover some ground and able to lay it in before Easton can get back on defense. Good time out there by Coach Trask. Momentum had shifted the Tigers' way. Outscored them 7-2 here in the early going for this third quarter.
Barnes is up to 9 points. He got off to a real fast start. He's been kind of quiet.
I know we call him Coach Dr. Trask, kind of like Dr. Tom Davis.
Yeah, that's true. I guess he would qualify, huh? Again, Trask, a great athlete at Easton High School. Played at the University of Maine at Presque Isle as well. And now his adds a coaching gig to his resume. As Cameron Michaud will have 2 free throws.
It's a tough entry pass, but Michaud surrounded. He was triple teamed. Kept battling for it, and they draw the foul on Wyatt Keegan. Be his second.
Michaud's a junior, short on the first free throw. The Bears start 2 seniors. Cameron Michaud, one of the underclassmen in the lineup. Gets the second one to go. Cuts the lead to 1, 27-26. They turn it over. Chassis avoided the travel call. Easton has it. Pangburn. A tough shot there, can't get it to go. Coyley, who's into the game, feeds Chase Griffith. Griffith throws it right into traffic. Now Michaud to Kinney. Watson takes it away, and Watson is fouled right in front of us. Chassis picking up the foul. So again, some ragged play by both teams.
Those good hands there by Watson, using the left hand to poke it away, not pick up the foul. But he got the wrong end of the foul.
He did.
And into a brick wall.
Yeah, bounced right up, and he is bringing the ball up the floor. His team up by a point. 4.5 to play in the third quarter. Easton playing its opening game of the season. They try to lob it down low. Goes off the backboard. They're able to keep it. Griffith, again, throws it away right into the hands of Kinney.
That's a couple times in the last 2 possessions. He's looked to get the ball at the high post to Langner, but just sailed over his head, and the Bears come back and get the ball down on that left low block, and Michaud able to finish again.
Michaud with the big third quarter, all 5 Easton points. Bears up 28-27, 3:51 left to play. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take 30 and be right back on WHOU.
Herring Brothers Meats has been in business in the Central Maine area for over 100 years. They are a federal USDA plant that provides processing of beef, pork, lamb, and goat by appointment, and is also MOFGA certified. Herring Brothers also has a full retail store able to cut to your needs. They offer beef, pork, chicken, specialty sausage, and their famous Wicked Good beef jerky.
It's high school basketball on WHOU. Kevin Schoberg along with Bobby Russell. Steve Carmichael on the camera for this one. As Fort Fairfield has the ball down by a point. Langner in traffic to Coyley. Off to Cormier. His 3 is no good. Rebound Pangburn. Kinney to Pangburn. Down low. They give it to the hot guy. It's Camden Michaud.
High percentage shots right on the low block. Getting himself good position. Defense doesn't react.
Watson can't get the layup to go. Barnes tries to go up strong. Has a shot blocked, but a foul is called on Easton, and Barnes going to the foul line. He'll have 2 shots here with 3:20 left to play in quarter number 3. Easton with the lineup of Troy Chassis, along with Owen Nicholson, Gavin Pangburn, Camden Michaud, and Cooper Kinney. And the Tigers with Chase Coyley along with Caden Barnes, Colby Langner, Dawson Watson, and Avery Cormier.
How are we doing on free throws here, partner?
Yeah, not good, huh? 3 for 8 now for Fort Fairfield. Easton's also struggled. Well, they're 4 for 8. Pangburn steps in. The shot is no good. Battle for the rebound into the hands of Nicholson. Watson got his arm in there, commits his 4th foul. So Dawson Watson, who already has been limited with playing time because he's been saddled with fouls, he'll have to sit for a while here with his team trailing by 3. 3 minutes left to play in quarter number 3.
Gonna get Wyatt Keegan. He's at the score table. He'll be coming into the ball game.
Nicholson showing some nice touch on that one, as Keegan returns with 3 fouls. Second one is no good. Battle for the board. Langner comes away with it. Corley to Keegan. Bounce pass finds Cormier. Trapped in the corner. It's out of bounds off Easton.
That's no man's land. You get in the corner and lose your dribble. The Bears had him cornered.
They had him. They get the fortuitous bounce off the leg of the Easton defender. So the Tigers will keep it again. No Dawson Watson on the floor. Let's see how the Fort Fairfield offense reacts without him on the floor.
Well, so it's an opportunity for somebody to step up, whether it be Wyatt Keegan or, oh, great timing there by Michaud.
And Keegan commits his 4th foul.
Good strong take by Keegan, but great, better timing, Camden Michaud. Caught the ball up top.
Michaud had a very quiet first half with the 4 points, did not score in the second quarter. He's been a force on both ends here in this third period. And it's a backcourt violation as Kinney threw it to Pangburn, who hadn't crossed the line. So Fort will get it back. Here's Barnes, trapped in the corner. Goes into the backcourt. Griffith picks it up, but it's going to be a violation.
It did go off of a blue sneaker, which would have been last to touch. We got another one of the officials coming in. We'll see if they going to go with what they called on the floor.
Carver into the game. Pangburn is out. And Carver will trigger it. And it's going to be an Easton foul. They're going to get Chassis. He fouls Griffith before the ball was put in play.
That push off just to create some of that extra space to be able to get the ball. Can't do it in front of the official.
Cormier has it back. Camden Michaud with another block. Kind of went up with both arms that time.
A good recovery by him, and that back line of the defense stepping up as Cormier used the up fake to get by. His length. We got a couple kids holding there. It's going to be Nicholson for Easton, Coyley for the Tigers, and Nicholson's the one that's going to get whistled for the foul. You got to keep your cool, keep your head. You can't be picking up those fouls.
You lob it to Cormier. Now Chase Coyley to Griffith. And they swing it nicely in the hands of Cormier. Now Barnes. Nice bounce pass to Langner. The layup's good. Great movement there by Fort. They were rewarded with a basket.
Yeah, it sure was. Very fine there by Barnes. He's in the short corner. Langner comes down the lane. Executed textbook. Able to lay it in. The defense of the Bears just kind of watching.
Easton takes the timeout. The 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Want to let you know tomorrow night, WHOU will be bringing you the Holton at Presque Isle girls game. Starts at 7 o'clock. The South Stream in the Aroostook County will bring you the East Grand at Southern Aroostook girls contest at 5 o'clock. And then there's a doubleheader brought to you by the Stream in the Bangor area. Herman at the Orono Girls at 6:30. Boys game at 8 o'clock. Don't forget to join us later this month for the Maine Basketball Hall of Fame Classic, taking place just after Christmas. Games on the 27th and 28th, a total of 16, and WHOU will be there for all 16 contests. It's a pay-per-view event, so get on there, get your subscription, and watch lots of basketball on that Christmas weekend.
Do we know the lineup yet? Are they still putting that together?
I think the lineup is out there. I'm not aware of it.
Yep.
Well, I guess it's on the screen here. If I call it up here, maybe we can.
It's out there. It's online.
Yep, we'll tell you.
See
We'll
what
get a couple more weeks to promote it.
I know some of the county teams were scheduled to last year go down and play in the event, but we had a snowstorm, I think the first or second day, and they didn't have that opportunity. They actually, I don't know, last year they were going to count as regular season games. I don't know if they still do.
Still the case.
Okay.
Yep. I know Fort Fairfield is playing a game down there again.
So one of the two teams gives up a home date to be able to play on the cross insurance center floor.
There's a three by Kinney. That's a big shot there. It's been a while since Easton's hit a three-pointer. You get a big one there by Kinney. And now the Bears up by 5 with the basketball. Bounce pass in the corner. Carver, that one's going to be no good. It's off Fort Fairfield. Easton will keep it.
The shot sailed long and took Chase Griffith off guard. He had his hands up, but I think he was looking for a deflection off the rim, but it hit nothing. Trouble with the clock here. See if we can get it organized.
I think the score is wrong.
Yep, the score should be, 34 to 29?
So they didn't get the last 3 up there. Be the case.
There we go. So 1:04 left. They straighten it out. And it's going to be Easton with the ball. Chassis gets it to Carver. Now Nicholson. His 3 is no good. Good box out there by Fort Fairfield. Ball bounces into the hands of Griffith. Under a minute to play. Langner. He's the high scorer with 13 points. Dishes it off to Cormier. Now Coyley finds Griffith. Langner high post.
If he was, I know he got swarmed there, but if he's just able to pivot and release it to that weak side wing a little quicker, that is open all game long.
There's Langner, tough shot there. Gets the offensive rebound. Cormier misses that one. Here's Carver. As Langner comes away with it. Misses the layup. Barnes puts it up and in. So a wild sequence there, but Fort Fairfield scores.
Well, give Langner credit to just sticking after it. Able to the loose ball. He couldn't get it to go, but Barnes was right on the spot. That was a high arcer.
Yep. And a battle for the rebound with Michaud and Langner. Both take to the floor. Both get up with 0.9 seconds left on the clock. And Fort Fairfield will have it. Chance for a prayer here if they can get a quick release.
You're going to put a little token pressure on him, make him pick it up. Coyley's on the left side. Nobody really on him. They can advance it that far.
Yep.
Looks like they want to get Griffith up the floor where he might be able to catch and shoot. Doug Flutie.
There's Langner. Ball goes out of bounds, and that does it. For quarter number 3, Easton 34, Fort Fairfield 31. We'll be back for the final 8 right after this on WHOU.
Outfit your vehicle for tough jobs with commercial truck body and accessories at Main Equipment in Herman, Maine. At Main Equipment Company, we sell and install truck bodies, lift systems, garbage removal applications, and snow and sand spreading applications. Storage boxes and bed liners is also available. Call us at 207-848-5738. Dump bodies, hook lift hoists, truck bodies, sand and salt spreaders, rubbish packers. The right fit for your truck. The premier company in the state of Maine. Main Equipment Company.
We all know a Aroostook County winter isn't much fun, but it can be with the right equipment. Holton Tire Company at 76 Myrna Street is your boss plow dealer and carries the King of Snow Aaron snowblowers. Full service department with parts in stock. Steelstone Industries in Holton is your location for gravel, salt, sand, paving, and plowing. Groundwork materials of all kinds and equipment to move it. Steelstone Industries is your aggregate supplier. You can visit Steelstone Industries at 154 Steelstone Street in Holton. County Ag and Turf Supply is at its new home on 7 Dow Siding Road in Caribou, offering the same great service. Randy and Jim.
We've got a good one here at Fort Fairfield High School. 34-31, Easton Bears with the lead over the Fort Tigers. Pangburn to Kinney. Cooper Kinney now will back it out. Nice pass to Michaud. Layup's good.
Delivery came a little bit late on the roll, but he got it to Michaud. He's had a nice second half.
There's a steal by Pangburn. He is wide open, and the layup's good. Foul is committed by Coyley, and the Bears take their largest lead, and they can add to it here if Pangburn can hit the free throw.
Pangburn got out in the open floor, got in the air. Coyley comes in underneath him. I mean, he was going to make the basket. You don't want to avoid the contact there and not put him on the free throw line.
You see Vaughn McLaughlin having a conversation with Dawson Watson. Going to be interesting to see when they decide to bring Watson back into the game.
There was 3:01 left in the third when he went out. 30 seconds later, Wyatt Keegan, who's sitting right beside him, went out. Both with those 4 fouls.
Meanwhile, Easton's taking advantage on the offensive end by setting up Cannon Michaud with a lot of offensive chances here in the second half. He has delivered. He's up to 13 points. There is another near steal. Griffith long on that shot. Tie up, and Fort Fairfield has the possession arrow in its favor.
And last year we saw Chase Griffiths has some big games from behind the arc and from the floor. He just hasn't been able to get it going here this particular game.
There's a three, no good. Michaud gonna run the floor, get it to Kinney. Kinney gets into the paint. Layup is no good. Can't finish. That would have been a big hoop. Instead, Fort Fairfield has it back. They can trim the lead here. They lob it to Coyley. Again, Easton with some pesky defense, not giving Fort Fairfield a lot of open looks. Tough shot by Langner, but he got it to go. Kind of a fadeaway.
Well, it was. He came and he was flat-footed, and he really does have that shot. Or you don't think he's going to shoot. All of a sudden, it goes up.
We're going to have a Fort Fairfield foul. As Pangburn took the contact.
So we'll have one-on-one both ways from here on out as each team 6 fouls in the second half.
Here comes Watson and Keegan, both playing with 4 fouls back in there. As Bobby marks it down, 6:32 mark. We'll see what type of impact they have and whether or not both seniors can stay on the floor playing with those 4 fouls. Carver tries a long one, no good. Pass is picked off by Pangburn. Did a good job there, not forcing it. Carver's gonna try another 3-pointer. That one is short. Carver had some huge offensive games from three-point land last year. Now they're saying the ball is tipped.
Well, it did come up short.
So Easton will put it in play, up by 5. The Bears have led through most of it. Fort Fairfield took the early lead. Easton grabbed the lead, and they have held it. This Pangburn shot was either blocked or changed there by Barnes. Now Watson looks to go inside, misses the shot. Langner with another rebound, can't get it to go. And Michaud grabs the rebound, and he draws the foul. And Watson trying to force things a little bit there. And could not get the layup to go.
He drove himself down the left side just a little too deep and tried to flip it up off the backboard and couldn't go. And then Langner had an opportunity, and he didn't get it to go, and it got caught for the reach-in foul.
Camden Michaud went 1 for 2 on his last trip to the foul line. Gets that one to go. Here comes Owen Nicholson, replacing Carver in the Easton Bears lineup. Camden Michaud gets them both. Here comes Watson with a drive. Nice pass to Barnes. And Caden lays it in. Good dish there by Watson.
It was great floor vision. Drew all kinds of defenders. Left Barnes wide open on the low block. Tigers going to need some more of that.
5.5 to play. It's Easton 40. For Fairfield 35 and a turnover.
Well, there's one stop.
And a kick there by Pangburn as Watson tried to feed Keegan there on the wing.
Now the Tigers going to need a few more in a row. You know, like in bowling when you get to 3 strikes in a row, they're going to need a turkey.
Never, ever thought of that analogy, but you're onto something. Watson almost loses it, able to keep his dribble. Shot blocked by Michaud. Another block and another for Fairfield foul.
They did a great job of maintaining the dribble as he was down on the ground, one knee, but kept the ball going up, down again, and got into the lane. But Michaud has been solid underneath for the Bears.
He has. He's taken over this one. Going to send Chassie to the line. Troy had 3 points in the first half. Has been quiet since, off the bench. Back rims the free throw. And it's a turnover. Ball back to Easton. Five minutes left. Here's Kinney. The Chassie finds some room into the paint. Layup is no good, but Michaud lays it up and in and draws the foul. Good times continue to roll for Camden Michaud.
Yeah, that's a case where the shot goes up and the Tigers just go to the glass or go to the iron looking for the ball. Don't block anybody out. Michaud, with his height advantage, goes up over the top and able to snag the rebound and put it in.
And his foul shot is good as well. He's hit his last 4 from the line. 14 points in the half, 18 overall for the junior. There's Watson with a miss. Ball is loose into the hands of Nicholson, and now Pangburn. Pangburn and Kinney, the senior guard tandem. And Barnes is fouled. Pangburn loses his glasses, but he'll pick them up, and he'll step to the line. Pangburn missed his only opportunity earlier this quarter. And that one is no good.
They were about 50% earlier in the game when I had asked you. And you got to knock them down. The first 3 quarters, they don't necessarily show up as much, but they do show up coming down the stretch. But they all count.
30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here as Easton up by 8 points. And it's been a game where Fort Fairfield just has not been able to get in a rhythm, and a lot of that's due to the foul issues that senior guards Wyatt Keegan and Dawson Watson have suffered through. They've been ridden with those fouls throughout, and just Fort Fairfield offensively just hasn't clicked.
Well, and it's tough to get into a rhythm when you've been on the bench with your foul trouble as much as you've been on the floor. And, certainly the leaders, both Keegan and Watson of the Tigers, a lot of experience there with Watson. I mentioned he's been on the the team. He saw some valuable minutes on a Northern Maine runner-up team. He kind of makes them go. They're going to need him on the floor. He can't be getting himself in that foul trouble.
Pangburn's second free throw is no good. So Fort Fairfield comes back with it. Keegan goes baseline again. Michaud going up for the block. This time got a piece of the arm of Wyatt Keegan. 2 free throws coming up. Keegan looking for his first points of the game.
Good strong take on the baseline. Tigers seem to be getting just a little bit too far behind the backboard, and they're not giving themselves a real good angle on those drives, but this time they bailed out with a foul.
That one is no good. When you look at the scoring, only 3 players have scored so far for Fort Fairfield. Barnes and Langner have combined for 12 of their 15 field goals. Watson, the only other scorer, with 7 points.
And really nothing from the perimeter for the Tigers. Nothing behind the arc, and really in the mid-range, they have not been able to get it going. You know, the active zone defense from the Bears has caused problems.
Pangburn over to Nicholson. Easton can be patient here with 4 minutes to play.
Absolutely. Spread the floor. Make Fort come out. Give yourself some room to work.
Kinney fires the shot up. No good. 2 teammates battling for the ball.
You get a 3-second violation. The Bears were in the lane a little too long.
So Camden Michaud getting a break right now on the bench for Easton. Ball is tipped, another steal. The opportunistic Easton Bears defense comes up with another.
They got up in the air and tried to make the pass.
Hesitation there by Pangburn, no good. This Chassis with some good work underneath. Like what I've seen of Troy Chassis off the bench.
Yes, he has given them some quality minutes. Kind of the lunch pail and hard hat type guy in there doing the things that don't necessarily show up in the box scores, but this time he's going to get himself a trip to the line and maybe put a couple points in the score column.
It doesn't have a lot of height, but it pretty thick, and again, not afraid to go down low.
He's mixing it up, exactly. You know, boxing out, clearing out some space. For the Tigers, and their big man Barnes, he's got to be a little more active on the defensive end and not allow those second chance opportunities.
Misses that one. There, Barnes get up there for the rebound. 8-point lead for Easton. Watson to Langner. Throws it up there, no good. Battle for the rebound. Barnes comes away with it, but Kinney tied up with Chase Griffith, and this time possession arrow in favor of Easton, and it gives the Bears a chance to bring Camden and Michaud back on the floor. Chase Corley in the game for Fort Fairfield. Inbounds pass comes in to Nicholson. Now Pangburn has it. Chassis to Pangburn. Leaves it off for Michaud. Beautiful teamwork there by Easton.
Well, that's been their bread and butter here in the second half. Just drive down the lane, draw the defense, and Camden Michaud won't put on the block.
Cormier with a little bank shot. Gets it to go. Lead is down to 8. Pangburn dribbles through traffic and tries to pass it to Michaud, knocked out of bounds. Easton will keep it with 2:33 to play, and Austin Carver into the game, replacing Chassis. Chassis applauded by his coach, Brad Trask, as he goes to the bench. Here's Pangburn. Nicholson in traffic, gets it back out to Kinney. Kinney with a give and go with Pangburn. Ball stolen away. Langner to Watson. Barnes lays it up and in. Easton's lead is now 6. Still plenty of time.
That's a good push of the basketball there. Again, a high percentage in the low block. Barnes needs to touch the ball in the half court. Langner with the steal.
And Pangburn commits the foul.
That's a good foul by Pangburn. Make him earn it from the free throw line.
It's a good job by Langner getting his hands up there as Pangburn tried to throw it out onto the wing, but Langner right there to pick it off. 2 shots coming up for the senior.
Couple big free throws.
Misses the first one inside of 2 minutes left.
Well, get this one to go. You're able to set up your defense, put a little pressure on the Bears.
That one is short, but they get the rebound. Corley comes away with it. Cormier trying for Fort Fairfield's first made three-pointer of the game. Corley takes it away from Michaud. Ball is loose on the floor, still tied up. And a foul is called. They're going to get Fort Fairfield, and it's going to be called on Barnes. So they're going to walk.
It'll be 1 and 1. No, they're going to say it's 2.
That scoreboard's pretty well lit up on the left side there of Fort Fairfield.
It
5
is.
players with at least 3 fouls. Carver's first one is good. He went 2 for 2 in the first half.
Makes it 3 possessions now for the Tigers. They're going to have to be real efficient, push the basketball, take it right to the hoop. Easton, if you're Easton, you don't want to foul him.
Barnes almost able to secure that offensive rebound. Just couldn't hold on to it, but it goes out of bounds off Easton.
And Watson, he was able to get to the rim, just couldn't get it to fall for him. Luckily, it remains for the Tigers. Went off of Easton right underneath their basket.
Watson can't hit the 3. Rebound bounces around. Here's Watson looking to go in traffic. Misses the shot. Barnes with the rebound with a fake. Layup is good.
And they got to realize that Easton is not going to want to foul him, so just go up strong, and that was the case. Easton just stood straight up. Barnes able to lay it in.
Good job by Pangburn. He got a little trouble going up the floor. Timeout is called with 1:19 to play. 48-42. Easton on top. We'll be back in 1 minute on WHOU.
County Ag and Turf Supply is at its new home on 7 Dow Siding Road in Caribou, offering the same great service. Randy and Jerry are working hard to supply the county with the best products. They offer Blue Seal Feed, Sentinel, Inspire, and Dynasty and Triple Crown for your equine, Home Fresh Extra Egg and Multi-Flock Pellets, and Crumples and Mealworm for your poultry, Entrust Pet Food for your cat or dog, Minerals for your beef and dairy. They have feed for all your livestock. County Ag and Turf Supply also has wood pellets, lubricants, and of course, Willow the Blue Seal Rabbit on the premises. Stop by County Ag and Turf Supply today.
Don't get flush traded. Get Rick Hannigan Plumbing and Heating to handle all your pipes. Master Plumber Rick is ready to get your pipes back in action. Give Rick a call today at 538-7131 and like him on Facebook.
Scoville Building Supplies may be a little store, but it's a whole lot more. You can find most anything you need at Scoville Building Supplies: plumbing, painting, lumber, windows, or doors. Everything you will need for your construction, remodeling, updating, or building. Call Scoville Building Supplies today at 425-3192.
It's going to be Easton with the basketball. Michaud to Nicholson. Layup is good.
That's a nice flash, drawn up play out of the timeout there. Michaud, the one they've been going to, flashes high, and they get Nicholson going back door. Then they get a turnover going back the other way for the Bears.
So Easton in control here with the ball up by 8. 67 seconds left to play in this one. Foul's going to be called on Barnes. His fourth. And Nicholson will have 2 free throws. Easton in a great situation here, shooting 2 foul shots on all common fouls the rest of the way, up by 8, and time winding down on Fort.
Well, it is. Certainly time is on the side of Easton. If they can keep the clock running, knock down their free throws.
This is the first one.
I think even if they go 50% from here on out, Kevin, they're in a good spot.
They are. And again, you look at Fort Fairfield, they've yet to hit a three-pointer in this game, and now it's at the point where you figure they're going to have to hit 1 or 2 here. Or more to get back in this
and
one.
they still can take it to the basket strong, but they can't dilly-dally with it. They got to go.
Corley's going to set up, try a 3. It's well off the mark. Foul's going to be on Fort Fairfield's Barnes. And he's just picked up number 5. So we have our first disqualification as the junior will head to the bench.
Well, it's not like they had a lot of options. He was the one around the ball. He had to get the clock stopped. If you can't get a turnover right now, you have to get the clock stopped.
Nicholson's going to go back to the line. He missed the front end a few seconds ago. Have a chance to redeem himself here. Gets that one. That one is no good. Here comes Fort Fairfield. Watson trying to dribble through traffic. Comes up with the ball. Passes it to Graydon Griffith. And we have a stoppage. Foul's called on the Bears.
Yeah, they're going to get Carver coming in from behind. That will send Graydon Griffith to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Just the 9th team foul this half.
That one is no good. Michaud with the rebound. Stolen away by Coyley. Watson can't get the shot to go. Langner does. With 31 seconds left. Timeout being called by Fort Fairfield. It's a full timeout. It's Easton leading by 7. They'll have the ball when we come back on WHOU.
Hi from Jeans, where you'll find better TV and more ways to enjoy it. Get 190 channels for $59.99 a month with Dish. Plus, get a free voice remote on us. And remember, we're also trained Nest Pros and deliver white glove service for all kinds of smart home solutions, like the Google Nest Learning Thermostat or the Google Nest Cam Outdoor, which lets you look after your home from anywhere so you can travel worry-free. So come and visit our newest location on Stillwater in Bangor, or visit us online to find a local store near you.
Aroostook Limousines and Ace Rent-A-Car get you there in style. Aroostook Limousines has 8 and 12 passenger limousines and a 20 passenger party bus for evenings out, proms, weddings, birthdays, concerts, whatever the celebration. Travel anywhere in state. And Ace Rent-A-Car specializes in insurance rentals and has locations in Presque Isle, Holton, and Patton at Savage Paint and Body. Ace offers everything from compact cars to vans. Ace Rent-A-Car. We do it right and we make it easy. Reach both businesses at 768-7368.
We are back at Fort Fairfield High School. Easton with the ball and the 7-point lead. Down to 31 seconds to play. If you're Fort, you want to get that quick steal. If you don't get it, commit a foul, and that's going to be an intentional foul called on Coyley. You got to sell that one. And
well, the one that Barnes committed down here in front of us, he had 2 hands on the hips, really not going for the basketball. The officials didn't call that a intentional foul. No one kind of knowing the situation, but you you can't be making it blatant.
So Matt Pangburn gets that free throw to go. He's up to 8 points in this one. Second one is good as well. And Easton gets the basketball. So Brad Trask on his way to his first varsity win. If his team can hold on here, the final 29.8 seconds.
They're in a pretty good position, up 9. Just get the ball in and be strong with it. That's going to be intentional foul as well. I mean, just get done talking about it. You got to make it look like you're going for the basketball. You can't grab somebody around the waist.
And this time Kinney's going to go to the line. I like the composure shown by Matt Pangburn and Cooper Kinney throughout a lot of this game. They've done a good job kind of
they were big components of what happened last year.
Right, yep. And they're back as seniors, and they are leading the way. Of course, Camden Michaud, the big offensive star tonight for Easton. He has 20 points. Here's Pangburn. Off to Kinney. Now Fort's not committing a foul at all. They're waiting an awfully long time to do so. 16.5 seconds left. More free throws here for Cooper Kinney. And the Bears are going to come away with a victory in their first game of the season. Easton plays again on Thursday at Hodgson. Fort Fairfield will go back to work on Thursday. They make the road trip up north, take on the Fort Kent Warriors. Kinney misses the first foul shot.
Be interesting to see Fort Kent this year. I know we cover them when they come down here for a couple games. Graduated some players, but have a good program in place up there. New coach Chad Sear taking over.
There's Watson, throws a 3. Up well off the mark. Michaud comes up with it. Ball is knocked loose. And Pangburn draws another foul.
Make the parade one more time. I'm saying one more time. Down to this end for the free throws.
Keegan has already fouled out. Barnes fouled out. Langner and Watson, 4 fouls each. Pangburn's first free throw is good. With a nice roll there. After missing his first 3, he's hit his last 3 from the line. He's a double-figure scorer now.
Well, now they got a travel violation. It was 2 free throws. They didn't make the second one. That's just not being in the game. There was nobody in rebound. Fort had 2. Fort could have took it and went. It was 2 free throws. Pangburn walked away from the line like
they were used to those intentional fouls. Where
exactly. The last 2 had been.
But anyways, Easton with a hard-fought victory here tonight. They beat Fort Fairfield Tigers by a score of 56-44. We're going to take a 2-minute break, and we will come back for our Pat's Pizza post-game show. Come back right after this in WHOU.
Hello, this is Tony Bowers at Bowers Funeral, and we want to wish good luck to all area basketball teams, boys and girls, as you strive for the gold ball at the end of the season. We are proud to be a part of your communities and our family serving your family since 1900. Good luck, play hard, and above all, be good sportsmen.
Pioneer Fiber to the Home is now available in Holton, Sherman, Stacyville, Calais, and Baileyville. Streaming live events in high definition like high school basketball is best viewed with the most stable and fastest connections. Pioneer Broadband delivers state-of-the-art fiber directly into your home to handle all of your most demanding internet needs. Don't get left behind with slower technology. Get the fiber you need, Pioneer Broadband.
Be good for Nana, okay?
Take 2 minutes.
Okay, what are we at right now?
120. We're back at Fort Fairfield High School. It's our Pat's Pizza post-game show. Bobby Russell has our guest.
All right, thank you, Kevin. Joined here with the victorious coach of the Easton Bears. First season, first game out, Coach Dr. Trask. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, obviously, what's it like now being on the sideline, being the head coach?
It's a lot more difficult. You don't have that control you have when you're playing. So you try to be in control, but you can't be out there, and that's tough to get used to. But I've enjoyed it so far.
Okay, so you've been through the preseason games, first regular season game. What is it like being on the sideline now in game situations when heel points are on the line?
It's tough. Really got to focus on every possession, making sure they count. I got used up my timeouts a little quick there in the beginning, but it's just it comes with experience. So I'm getting there, but I'm happy to get the win.
What was the message in the locker room before the game coming out? How did you want to set the tone?
The big thing that we've been talking about for the whole season is intensity, coming out with intensity, and really pressuring the ball on defense. And we really did that. I was very happy with the effort my guys put out, and they maintained it throughout the game.
Yeah, the zone seemed to give them some trouble. They really never did get going from the outside.
Yeah, and I really like to stay man at first, but when we switched over, we really gave them a lot of trouble. My guys did well getting out on shooters, and they were forcing some tough jump shots, some threes that were a couple feet behind the line, and I think it frustrated their shooters.
Yeah, it certainly did. As we say, they never really got going. But your guys on the offensive end, Camden Misho, had a big game. Just hang out on the low block, but the kids knew where he was.
Yeah, they do a great job. Cam is just so crafty underneath. He's kind of sneaky under there. He hangs out, and my guys just know where to find him. I have a bunch of juniors and seniors, and they've played together for a long time, and they know where people are going to be.
Well, that's going to make your job a little bit easier coming into the season, knowing you got a veteran nucleus coming back.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I've said, these kids have all played together since grade school. They're good friends. They like each other, which makes my job a lot easier. They have that team camaraderie that you really don't want to have to push onto them. They already have it, so we can get to work and work on things and not have to worry about getting guys to play together and get along.
Well, congratulations, Coach. We're going to let you choose who gets the Pat's Pizza. Maybe if you want to keep it, you keep it, but it's up to you. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you very much.
Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thanks, Bobby. Brad Trask, the coach of the Easton Bears, his debut at the varsity level, a successful one, as the Easton grad from 2009 coaches his Bears to the victory in this one, 56-44. A quick rundown of the scoring, starting with Fort Fairfield. Wyatt Keegan had a point. Dawson Watson saddled with foul trouble throughout. He is generally their leading scorer, was held to 7 in this one. Avery Cormier had 2 points, 17 each from Caden Barnes and Colby Langner. Switching over to the Easton side, 3 points for Cody Carter, 4 each for Troy Chassie and Owen Nicholson off the bench. Austin Carver had 6, 9 for Cooper Kinney, 10 for Matt Pangburn, and a game and team high 20 points for Camden Misho. Again, the Bears win it 56-44. We alluded to it a few times during the game, Bobby, but I thought the Easton defense really was spectacular, especially in the half court. I thought they held Fort Fairfield to not a lot of real quality shots.
No, they did. They forced them into some ones where they were, maybe a little bit out of control, driving to the basket. Fort's opportunities really only came in the open floor. They were unable to get going from the perimeter. The defense, and Fort did a nice job at times of shifting the ball, getting it inside, kicking it out. But there were a lot of times where Easton really bottled up the exit pass out of the high post and allowed the defense to react. and didn't allow Fort Fairfield to get going. 0 3-pointers. I don't know if they had any field goals from outside of 15 feet, really. And nice job there. And Coach Trask talked about he wanted the intensity, and he'd like to play man, but when they got into those few quick fouls, they switched it up to the zone, and the zone was the difference.
Hey, Coach Trask, he admitted it's a learning experience for him too. I mean, again, he's new with this team, and he's going to learn some things along the way. But boy, to come out with a win against a quality opponent in the opener, it's got to be real impressive and a really nice start to the season for them.
Well, it certainly is, and what a great way to kick off the Dr. Brad Trask era in Easton Bear basketball. It's a quality win here. Fort Fairfield's going to win a lot of basketball games, and it's going to be a real point-worthy win for them coming down the stretch, tournament time, and having to close out a game like this. They might not have done it perfectly, but they were able to close it out and build off it, learn from it, and keep improving from beginning of the season to the end. It's not what you're doing right now. It's how you improve throughout the season, and come early February, middle of February during tournament time, are you doing the things that need to be done?
All right, so that's a wrap here from Fort Fairfield High School. 56-44 is the final. The Easton Bears with the win. Again, join us tomorrow night. Our crew will be in Presque Isle, Holton at Presque Isle Girls, 7 o'clock. We'll also have East Grand at Southern Aroostook Girls at 5, and Herman at Orono, girls and boys, 6:30 and 8. The game times there. So on behalf of Olivia Morris, back at the station, Steve Carmichael handling the camera work here tonight. The color man, Bobby Russell. I'm Kevin Schoberg. Signing off for this one, Easton Bears with the victory. Have a good night, everybody.